In this video, I'm going to show you how to do free online searches using Google's search platform without needing to go through services like SERP API or Brave Search or Tavily, I think it is, or any of the other options out there that require you to pay monthly. If you don't have a huge volume of searches, I'm going to be able to show you how to set it up in n8n to be able to do up to 100 searches a day in your workflows. All right, so just to give you an example, we're just going to come in here. Let's do this. Actually, we'll do this. Okay, so we're just going to come into here, show you an HTTP node. All right, so this is how we're going to do it. We have our URL that we're going to be reaching out to. I have my API key, and again, never show your API keys online. I'm going to be deleting this as soon as this video is over. We have my custom search engine, and we have my query. So we're just going to ask, how do I make flapjacks? I'm going to reach out to Google real quick, and we're going to see, boom, I got a result. It's asks Google custom search, how do I make flapjacks? And we come all the way over here. Oopsie, let's see here. We have a flapjacks recipe. So we do 2 cups all-purpose flour, 3 tablespoons white sugar, 2 tablespoons baking powder. And so what you can do is you can do these searches. You can do them either as a tool for an AI agent. You can do them as part of your workflow to be able to process data, then pass that data on to an AI agent to then filter through and then add it to whatever process it is you're doing. So that's how it works up front. So let me go ahead and show you how to do this. The first thing that we're going to want to do is there's actually 2 platforms we need to look at. The first is the Google Cloud platform, Google Cloud Console platform. All right, so that's cloud.google.com. All right, all you got to do is you log in and you should get to your dashboard. I show you in another video, which I'll link in the description below, how to set all of this up, but that's how you log in. And then the other one we're going to need is our programmable searches. Let me just come back here. Just go search for custom search engine, all right, or Google custom search engine. You'll find Programmable Search Engine by Google. That's what you're looking for. Go ahead and click into it. To get started, I think you need to be logged into either a Gmail account or a Google Workspace account to do this. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to create a new search engine. So it should start out here with nothing. It just says add a new search engine. You click add, you name it. Let's call it n8n test 3. We want it to search the entire web. Now you could limit it if you want, but I'm going to have it search the entire web. I am not a robot. It says I'm not a robot. Good. And then we click create, and there. So what this is if you're going to code, and I don't code, so like this is not what I'm going to use. What we need here is the CX equals number. So I'm going to grab that, bring CS equals over, copy. I'm going to come back to my HTTP node. I'm going to go down to my credentials. I'm going to swap out that for that. Boom. Okay. Now that we have that, we're going to go on to Google Cloud Console. We're going to log in. And we're going to come over to APIs. We're going to search the library of APIs for custom search. All right, you do custom search. Now, I already have it enabled, but you'll see a button that says enable here. You're going to head and click on that. Once you've done that, you then need to set up payment. This is one of the ones that Google does not let you get away with just having a free account. They do require you to set up payment, and I'm not going to go through that process. I don't want to show you my credit card numbers. Pretty simple. You just set it up, your billing, and then once you're all done with your billing set up, you come over to APIs, come over to credentials, and what you're going to do is you're going to create a new credential, a new API key. It's going to create your API key for you, and it should just pop it up right here. Again, API keys, don't show them on the internet. As soon as I'm done with this video, I'm deleting this off, but we're just going to, for testing purposes, grab this, come over here, change this variable to my new API key. And in case you're wondering, so again, this is HTTP request node. Method is get. URL is this googleapis.com/custom search/v1. We don't need any authentication because we're doing it here in our query parameters. But set up query parameters, turn that on. Using the fields below, you're going to set 3, 1 being key, and that's your API key. 1 being CS or CX, and that's your custom search engine number that we showed you there. And Q, which is your query, which is your question. So how do I make deviled eggs? All right, so we hit test, and boom, it does the search for me. And how do I make deviled eggs? My best deviled eggs recipe is a combination of a few simple ingredients, including hard-boiled eggs, mayonnaise, Dijon mustard, blah, blah, blah. All right, and so it's what it's doing is it's pulling between 20 and 50 websites to be able to get you information. So I guess we can scroll down, see how many it actually pulled for us here. Houses having a day. So it looks like it pulled 9 results. It didn't think it needed any more than that. So, and it varies. Sometimes it only pulls a few. But in this case, we got 9 answers for how to make deviled eggs. And we now are able to do free searches up to 100 a day, every single day through Google without needing some third-party service or API. So really cool. It lets you do Google searches straight in. You don't have to worry about setting up SERP API. And SERP API is like $50 a month for not all that much, if I recall. We'll double check. So SERP API pricing. So just come here, sponsored pricing and plans. So we've got $75 a month for 5,000 searches. Well, if you think about what we're doing here, we're doing 100 or up to 100 searches a day for free, times 30 days, that's 3,000 searches. You're for free. Like, you can't beat that. And the pricing for this custom search, custom search engine pricing. Let's see if we get my pricing here real quick. It's not expensive. So it is, it's $5 per 1,000 queries. And so when you think about that, it ends up being 0.005 cents per time you do a query, above and beyond that 100 you get a day. So I wouldn't worry too much about the cost. Super simple way of doing search right within your workflows here in n8n without needing a third-party service. Just straight through Google, you know you're getting good results. And so there's that. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please check out my free school community for additional resources, free n8n workflows, technical support, and a great community of business owners looking at how to implement AI implementation or automation into their businesses. Or you can join my paid community for advanced tips, detailed tutorials, and direct support. The links are all below in the description, as well as the video to the other how to set up the Google APIs. And that's what I got for you. Hopefully this tutorial was helpful. If so, please give it a like. Please subscribe to the channel. It really does help me grow this to be able to get it to more people who need this content. All right, take care.